What is up, YouTube? My name is CJ. This is CJ Knows Tech, where I get to know tech so you don't have to. And today we are getting to know, I'm ditching my iPhone 11 Pro for the new iPhone SE 2020. Now, some people may want to call this the iPhone SE2, iPhone SE, iPhone SE 2020. Regardless of what you call it, this is Apple's latest phone, and the base model, which I'm holding right here in my hand, at 64 gigabytes starts off at $399, $400, the $400 mega smartphone. It's so good to the point where I'm willing to take my main line, which is my iPhone 11 Pro, which I explained to you guys why the iPhone 11 Pro is my main phone line. Main reason my family members and close friends have iPhones. This is how I stay connected with them. And not to mention the years upon years that I've had my history with Apple, it stays consistent. But I carry two SIM cards, one for Android phones, but I'm not taking the Android SIM card out and putting it in my iPhone SE. I took my iPhone 11 Pro SIM card out and put it in the iPhone SE, meaning that this is the phone that I want to use as my primary contact device. So that means all of my loved ones, all of my close friends, all of those people that do contact me via this number will have to do it through the iPhone SE. All of my photos, everything that I want to do along for about a week or so is going to be all done on the iPhone SE. So I'm doing this challenge just to see how good or how not so good the iPhone SE really is. As someone who's a long time iPhone user, if you haven't watched my 6-month update on the iPhone 11 Pro, go check it out, because I'll show you some history of how long my roots are with Apple. This right here is an iPhone 3G. That's right, in the flesh, from 2008 with the headphone jack. This is an iPhone 3GS in the flesh from 2009. I mean, we're going way back to the iPhone 3G in that video. And in many ways, with the iPhone SE, we're going back to the iPhone 8, but not really, because this thing is packing the A13 Bionic chip. And I think a lot of people are underestimating what this smartphone is gonna do to the market, where it falls in the market, and what it's actually capable of. There's a lot of misinterpretation as to what the iPhone SE really is. With this chip, yes, it's the same body, a lot of the same internals. There was a photo shared of the iPhone SE internals right next to the iPhone 8, and it looks identical. But the biggest change is that A13 chip, and that's a huge difference. Like, we're talking about leaps and bounds. It's to the point where the iPhone XR is gonna fall behind this iPhone SE. I have a theory on this. It's crazy that this phone and the iPhone 8 body with a couple of updates to the internals can surpass the iPhone XR, which was released well beyond this original iPhone 8 release. So this is not an iPhone 8. We have to make that clear. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's so complicated to explain. But the reality is, this is a $400 smartphone. I don't think any other $400 or budget smartphone can actually compete with at this point in time. This is a huge power move by Apple and Tim Cook and them over there. Hey, Tim, I see you, player. Yeah, I got one. I paid for it. You didn't send it to me. We're gonna talk about that, all right? So I have to set this up fully. I have to get what apps I can, and I didn't bring my data over because this thing is 256 gigabytes of data. I don't have it filled up yet, but I'm like halfway through. So there's no way I could get everything that I have on here onto here. So I'm just gonna start from scratch. I'm gonna get all my apps and my typical use cases and, you know, my iClouds on here and all of that. Obviously, phone numbers and things like that. But I won't be bringing over any photos, meaning that all of the photos taken on the iPhone SE or that are on the iPhone SE will be photos that I took with the iPhone SE. And this is another place where I think the iPhone SE is gonna shine tremendously, is in the camera. That iPhone camera is banging. Now, people tend to forget that the iPhone 8 was released alongside the iPhone 10. Apple totally skipped iPhone 9. iPhone 9 who, Tim? This is the same camera, but this camera is no slack, no slouch. And I've seen a lot of sample footage from it, and it's looking great. Now I'm gonna provide my own personal sample footage. Like right now, come on, man, let's get it. A selfie or something jerking right now in the studio setting with the studio lights, because that's a perfect time to put something like this to use. Oh, some of my photos are already on here. See, man, the cloud, the ecosystem is wonderful. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time using it. As you can see, you can tell because I'm clicking the wrong thing. Look at here, player. Oh man, excuse me, player. It's quarantine here, you know what I mean? Good side. All right, I just snapped a bunch of selfies. That's the front facing. Let's, you know, let's get it in with the rear. You know, we're gonna just hope that we in the shot lit. So I'll share those photos on the screen so you guys can see. We're gonna do some video. Matter of fact, hold up, let's get it in right now, live, baby. This is like first impressions video. No takes, no setup, none of that. All right, right now you guys are seeing the live video. You guys see it on the video and I'm gonna put it up on the screen. This is the iPhone SE video quality. Now, obviously I got studio lights on, so this is premium lighting, and that's what you always need with smartphone cameras to get the best actual results. So we're gonna see what these results look like. I'm gonna get it in, get it popping. This is the rear camera, and then now let me test the selfie camera for video. All right. All right, players, this is the front-facing camera on the iPhone SE in ideal lighting situations. You know what I'm saying? We gotta set it up right. So we're gonna see how this look. I'm gonna put it on the video so you guys can judge for yourself. So those were quick, impromptu footage shots of the photo and video on the iPhone SE. All right, so real quick, you guys, I kind of want to talk about some of the things I'm giving up by going into the iPhone SE from the iPhone 11 Pro. The number one blazing most visual thing is gonna be display. Now, this is an OLED display. We talking about the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop that Apple offers in displays. Going down to a LCD with bezels, but that's not a big deal because it's the traditional square size. Even this one, when you watch content on, if it's not in 2:1, it's not even with 2:1, it still has borders. So that argument is kind of null. But the reality is just the quality of the display and everything. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I forgot we gotta drag up to get to the brightness on here. So I need to get the same background, the exact same one. This is the same background, but I like kind of edited it. I showed you guys that. So let's pull up, let me see if YouTube is downloaded yet. Oh, YouTube's not downloaded. As soon as YouTube is downloaded on this one, I'll put up video and I'll show you guys some video comparison between the two. But I am giving up video quality, but here's the reality. Most of you guys, even when you're watching YouTube, you don't know it, but you were watching it in 720p. Now, there are some nerds out there like me who go and I change the resolution because I want the top quality, the highest resolution, but full HD is all you need. Anything beyond that, your eye isn't really telling. I mean, 1440p quad HD makes sense. And I know there's some people who are pixel peepers and they can tell the difference. But as far as display goes, this display is gonna be fine for you. All of Apple's LCDs have always been top notch, so I'm not worried about the display. Face ID is a huge thing that I'm giving up that I don't know how I'm gonna cope with, but I'll get used to the Touch ID. It's no big deal. I'm giving up two cameras. I'm giving up a telephoto and an ultra wide for just the typical wide that Apple gives us, which is fair. The camera quality on the iPhone SE has been really good. The photos I was looking at, I was just flipping through the photos just a second ago, and they were looking really good. It's the photos I took on camera while filming this video. It's no slack there, even the video. Now, obviously this is ideal lighting, but that's how I use smartphone cameras. I rarely use it in low light, and another thing you're giving up with the iPhone SE, no night mode, so I'm not able to, you know, spice up those night shots. So far we've given up cameras, display, Face ID. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the SE doesn't have as much RAM as the 11 Pro, but we'll see if that proves to be a hindrance or not for me on everyday usage. But I'm expecting this bad boy with the A13 chip, this lower resolution display to just fly and just handle everything with no issue, no problem. Take great photos. This is just gonna be a genuinely good phone. I could feel it in my gut. So I just wanted to interrupt and kind of just give a little vibe on how I'm feeling about switching so far. But back to the video. Oh, and I wanted to add another thing that's a huge benefit to me in the iPhone SE. Now, as you can see from the iPhone XS to the 11 Pro, I reduced the size. Like I said, I have big phone fatigue at the moment. So the big phone, I love the size of the display. Don't get me wrong, so I love big phones, but just from carrying around a bunch of phones every day, you know, the smaller one does me better. I carry two phones every day, so the smaller, the better, the less weight, and just the more pocketability. Now look at this. Let's look at this. Look at this iPhone SE in comparison to this XS Max, baby. Woo, what a difference. Look at that. And the lightness it just feels so good in the hands for use in the hands. It's like getting back to when phones were usable in the hand. Even on my XS Max, it has a size advantage. As you can see, it's not quite as big, nor as, it still has that premium weight though to it. So it's not as heavy as the 11 Pro, I don't think, but it still has that premium Apple quality weight. I'm really excited about the sizing of this. Like, it feels really nice. And the fact that they use the aluminum or aluminum sides also adds to the lightness of this device. So this is really nice. Top quality, Apple quality at a not so Apple price. I'm gonna be putting this thing through a real life test. And what's really dope is at the end of this challenge, there's gonna be a video, like a raw video. Like literally I woke up this morning. What's up you guys? It's early in the morning. I'm tired. My brain hasn't even started because I literally thought I was filming myself take the SIM card from the iPhone 11 Pro and put it in the iPhone SE, but I didn't even have my memory card inside my camera. It sucked though because I was tired, and when I first switched the SIM card, I thought I was recording, but I didn't even have the memory card in the camera. But I'm showing you guys the full-on process. So like when I set it up, and throughout the day I'm gonna be having just raw updates. It's not gonna be studio set and all polished of a review. It's gonna be more of a real life, in the life with CJ Knows Tech and the iPhone SE. So my name is CJ. Like I said before, this is CJ Knows Tech, where I get to know tech so you don't have to. And this is my challenge of the iPhone SE. I can't wait to share the video with you guys. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it real. And yeah, the challenge is on. I got Touch ID. I gotta set this thing up. So let's get into it. I gotta get my apps on here, man. Oh, my first call on the iPhone SE. Hello? Who this? Tim, Apple Tim. What up, player? Yeah, man, you got me, man. You didn't call me. I don't have the Z Flip on deck. Don't worry. You could be calm. I can't slam it closed on you right now. But hey, I gotta say, man, this is a fire move. A $400 smartphone at this point in time with the A13 chip, player. Man, I love the way you're moving right now. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm still feeling some type of way about not being on the list for getting, you know, the iPhone SE just sent to me. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Man, stop changing the subject. Look, I can't slam and close on you, but I can press this button, player.